might be looking here and seeing all my skinks that I now have. Misty streaming WoW today. I didn't actually stream WoW today. I was going to, and then I forgot I had the Patreon meetup, so I prioritized the Patreon meetup, and then I had to go do stuff. So we'll be back to our regularly scheduled WoW streams tomorrow. But I wanted to do a chill Sunday night Warhammer. It's been like weeks since I've done one, and I felt the urge to do some chill Warhammer. I've also painted a bit more. As you can see here, I got a lot of lizard men. Let's see, what have I painted? I painted this guy a bit more. He's coming along. He's like one of the Saurus warriors. But I've mainly been using the Saurus warriors as like paint fodder, like testing. Oh, that's right, Total Warhammer 2 DLC I think is tomorrow. I'm allowed to stream it tomorrow. I don't know if it comes out tomorrow or not, but I got a key for it and I'm allowed to stream it. So I'm definitely gonna stream it. So that should be fun. I haven't actually played it yet, so I'm excited.
Thanks.
I want to paint the Astrolith Bears thing. There's also I forgot to cut this part off, and then there's another part that I forgot to cut off that I can't find. I'll find it later. Maybe that was on the Saurus, the Guardian dude, which I finished painting, by the way. He looks pretty good. Did I forget to cut part of this guy off? Hold on. There he is. That looks pretty good. I'll find it at some point. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. I also started painting my Bastiladon. I didn't know what kind of color scheme to do, so I kind of just winged it, and I think it turned out pretty alright. I've got his base is like a yellowish color, like a yellow-brown, and then I got like his shells with like the light blue on top, and then like the dark blue underneath the light blue, and then I feel like there's another tier in the middle or like on it, and I'll probably do like a dark color for that. But I think he's looking pretty good so far. And then I painted his little thing gold up here. But I haven't like finished it up. It's only got like the base layer on the gold. So yeah. What else? And then I've been painting skinks, and I've mainly been painting them like green and blue. I've just been like contrast painting them green and blue. Hooah. I primed him in Wraithbone, which is the first time I primed him with Wraithbone. I normally did Greyseer. And I kind of like Wraithbone, it's pretty neat. And I kind of like green and blue, so I'm doing like different variations of green and blue. Also, I've been testing all the shades of green on the Saurus Knight warrior guys. So there's like one shade. I believe this is the one I used for the Skinks. Here's like this is more like a plague yellow, but I still think it's a cool looking like yellow green. Here's like an Orc Flesh green. And what else I got? This one's like the Pterodon turquoise, I think. And I think those are all the greens. I think there's one of these greens is like really similar to the other greens. TC Pilot 100 bits. Yesterday marked the 2-year anniversary of the video where you asked Cat what he thinks about the huge Hearthstone meta changes, only for Cat to mercilessly and brutally attack you after trying to walk away. I remember that. Annuan with the 45 months. Greetings, nerds. Crendor nerd. 1 week from Monday, go to Orlando, Florida, then to Raleigh, North Carolina 2 days later to see my favorite band twice. I'm excited. Haven't been on a plane in 17 years. I hope the flight goes well. Shit, dude. That's a lot of stuff. But it'll go fine. Honestly, I used to be afraid of flying. And it's not bad. It's always fine. Thank you for 45 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45. Swag. Thank you for the 45 months. So, today, I think we're gonna paint more skinks. So right now, hold on, let me organize skinks.
Thanks.
So right now, oh god, building these guys during the WoW queue was something. So that's one thing the WoW queue was good for, was building skinks. So right now I've got 3 blue ones, and I've got 4 green ones? 3 blue, 4 green. And I believe they give you 24 skinks. Oh wait, and I've got a purple one that I primed black, so I have like a weird one as well. And I got the wet palette now, yeah. So I think I want to do like some light blue ones, because I have a lot of guys like him that are light blue, so I think having some skinks that are light blue are good. And I might do some Orc Flesh green ones, because I really like the bright green. I like the really bright colors that like pop a bit. So I think I'm gonna do, where is it? We got the Orc Flesh, we got the Aethermatic blue, and then it might be the Achillean green? The Achillean green, I think, is, I don't remember which one the Achillean green is. It's like a blue-green, I think. It's more of a turquoise. It might be one of these. I think that might actually be Achillean green, because it is like a greenish color. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out later. I'm gonna do these 2 for sure, though. I'm upset because now I want to spend money on Warhammer stuff. Yeah. Red Winter, 33 months. Hey, Crendor, thanks for all the chill, paint, and WoW Classic streams lately. Really enjoying it all. Hey, thanks, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3. Swag. Favorite 33 months. Alright, I'm going to take, my normal brush, my normal small base brush, and let's see. So I have 6
Thanks.
groups of 4. So I feel like if I do like 6 this, 6 that, and then where is it? 6 Militarum green, which is that one, and then 6 Talisar blue, then I'll have 6 of each of these colors. And then I can kind of do different variations from there. Or 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. I can do 4 of 6 different colors. Maybe that'd be better. 4 of 6 different colors and get more of like a mix and match. Because then I could do some like, that'd be another good green. What if I did like plague skinks? Like the plague bear flesh one? That might be neat. Like a skink that's a yellowish green. And then I could put like a darker color on top of them.
A turtle made it to the water.
Kind of just winging it. What else? Then maybe I would do the Achillean green on top of that. So it'd be like a nice blue-green mix. That might be good. I like that. Okay. So, we're doing 4 of 6 different colors. But I've already got the Militarum green ones painted, so I don't need to do that. So that's easy. Vander with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Vander. Swag. For the Twitch Prime. Let's put these over here for now. And I need to do one more blue one. So I'll move these over here. And I got the 3 blue. And we'll do maybe a stabby spear. We'll make him blue. Okay. So let's get the contrast going. 2 thin coats. Don't worry, I know all about paint. People have told me for weeks, months. But I'm using contrast paint, so it's a little different. But I like to mix and match. So a lot of times, I'll use contrast paints and I'll use normal paint. It kind of just depends what I'm painting. Shake it up.
A turtle made it to the water.
Ooh. All right. Monotomas. Subscribe. Thank you, Monotomas. Swing. For subscribing. What do I thin paint with? Let's use water. Well, normal paint. For contrast paints, I never really thin them, but I do have the medium to do it. I just haven't used it yet. Okay. And Alicia Lowell with the 35 months. 1 month away from 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 5. Swing. Thank you for the 35 months. Alright. Oh, that was a 20. Monotomas gets a bonus high five. Swing. Alright. Congratulations. You got luck of the dice. So, I get my contrast paint warmed up. And we'll just throw it in. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. That's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. I guess this is blocking it. Hold on. There we go. Slather it on. Okay. I should probably be using the handle thing, otherwise I'm like all shaky. I also just had coffee, which probably isn't helping my shakes. It's definitely not helping my shakes. And let's see. Get rid of the pooling. There we go. A little bit on there. And a bit there. Alright. The skinks I'm a little like, you know, whatever, they're skinks. Hold on. Let me put them on the handle thing. Thing is, it like, there we go. Now it's better. Oh my god. Hooah. Get underneath. Very nice. I mainly just want to do all the like base coats with contrast, and then I can always go back over them with like normal paints or dry brush paint or like whatever I want to do. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I mean, the handle isn't even that expensive. It's only like 10 bucks. Like, it's really not bad. That's pretty nice. It's not like it's the Games Workshop tweezers or something. And a tiny bit more. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ah, yeah. And get underneath. And get underneath there. The hardest part's always like the feet. I just get annoyed painting the feet. Oh god, pooling. Get out of here, pooling. There we go. Alright, a little bit more there. And a little bit up here. I don't mind if I paint the mouth, because I'll just go over it with other stuff later. Alright. And pretty good. Gotta get his top part of his hand. Alrighty. Let's see. I gotta get the inside of his arm. Of his arm. There we go. There we go. A bit there. Okay. Nice.
Thanks.
I think I got most of it. Let's get him out. Put him with the others. Whoa. That's a Talisar blue. I like that blue. It's like a very bright blue. Whoop. Alright. Let me, hold on. Get some of it off his head. Well, let me make sure there's none on the other side. Alright, he's good. It's just some minor pooling. Okay. So let me get more. Okay. There we go. That's better. Alright, next up. This guy. Let's go with the Ethermatic blue. Time to shake. Woo. All right. Lego Man with the 17 months. Thank you, Lego Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Swag. Thank you for the 17 months. Wow. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get some on the brush. Alright. Slather them up. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Spread it around. Okay. Just get it all over. Get it all over. Somebody asked if there's anybody I watch for like painting miniatures or like playing whatever. I watch there's a few people I found. Who did I find? There's the 2+ tough dude somebody recommended. I like him. He's just like a chill, happy guy. Somebody recommended the Miniac. Is that it? He's pretty alright. He's got a little too much energy sometimes, but occasionally I'm like, yeah, let's watch one of those. I watched the Rerolling Ones guys. Yeah, I'll soak that up. For like battle report stuff. I like their battle report things. They help me understand what's going on a little bit. Yeah. Alright. very light blue guy. Alright. A little bit more. Oh, and other guys like Adam Tom or something. I found him just from like some YouTube video, and he was like, I kept watching him just because of his voice. I guess that's part of the reason people watch me, so I understood it. He just had a really chill voice, and I was like, whoa, nice.
A turtle made it to the water.
Okay. Nice. I think I got everything. Oh no, I missed his hand. Alright. Okay. Flip him around. Okay, there we go. A little bit there. What armies do I play? Right now I mainly have Seraphon. I only got back into this like a month and a half ago. But I got Seraphon, and then I bought Beasts of Chaos starter kit, and then I bought the Sylvanet starter kit. So I'm going to be building those pretty soon. The only other thing I got to paint build for Seraphon is the Saurus guard. I bought a Saurus guard. Then after I build that, I'll be done building Seraphon. There's one. Next one coming in. This guy. Okay. Rocktar subscribe. Thank you, Rocktar, for subscribing. Slather that on there. Alright. I don't know if I like the Wraithbone or the Grey Seer primer more. I kind of like both. I like them both more than white. Alright. Do you paint to play or play to paint or paint to paint? Oh. I mean, I don't actually know how to play yet. I'm gonna learn pretty soon. I have like a vague knowledge of it. Like I've watched the battle report things, but like I don't know how to play. So I was gonna learn pretty soon at my local games workshop. Because they're like, hey, come on in, we'll teach you how to play. And I was like, alright. So then, once I gain knowledge of it, I can make videos called Playing With Myself, where I'll battle myself with my Seraphon, Sylvanet, and Beast of Chaos. What a series it'll be. Okay. Alright. Let's see. More of this. Let's put it on his head. Fun part with the contrast paint is you literally just like slab it on. Because it's like a shade in a way, you know? But at the same time, you just don't want it to like pool up. Because then it looks all bad. So I tend to like over soak up the like pooling. So I probably soak up more than I need to, but it's okay.
Thanks.
His hand. Alright. Get the top of his hand. It's not bad when you like slather them in paint either, because if you get it on like the little like bracelets and stuff he's got on, you can just go over with like the normal acrylic paint and it goes over it really easily. So that's not even too bad. Yeah, I'm using contrast paints. They are very good. I like them a lot. You just have to prime in a like really bright color, like a white or a wraithbone or a gray seer, or just anything that's not a black primer. I've even went back and like reprimed stuff I primed black just so I could paint it in contrast because I like it that much. Like, hold on. Once I finish this guy real quick, I'll show my one dinosaur off. Let me get in here. Tiny bit more. Yeah, come on, get up in there. There we go. There it is. Yeah, God, I hate getting in these little spots. Okay. It's not bad. Okay. Oh wait, a little bit in here. Now, okay, alright. Pop them off. Very good. Fate Crystalline with the 2 months. Thank you, Fate Crystalline, for the 2 months. 1, 2. Swing. Thank you for the 2 months. I don't know much about Warhammer, but I like these streams. Hey. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to know much about it to enjoy just seeing them get painted or built or whatever. A lot of people just paint, or they just build and paint just because they think it looks cool. And that's what I planned on doing, but now I've gotten so into it, I'm like, I may as well play the game. Let's paint a spear stabby guy. Come on. There we go. It is kind of like a 3D coloring book. You're not wrong. Alright. Just get like a giant glob. And slide around. Contrast paint's really good for like scales or bones, like skeleton stuff. You can use it for other things, but like that's what it's really good for, because it works like a wash, where it just gets in all the little crevices and cracks and stuff. So like, you can see how it gets into like all the little scales and stuff, and helps them like pop out a bit. And then you just kind of, if there's too much of it, you just kind of push it down into other parts. Why would you waste your time putting those guys in round bases? What do you mean? That's all they got. It's not like the old fantasy anymore. There we go. Okay. Oh god. Some of that. Okay. Soak up a little bit there. Okay, that's a little better. Throw that on his chest. How heavy is this? It's not heavy at all. It's like maybe a fifth of a pound. Like it's, you can like balance it on a pinky. So yeah, hold on. Like here, I'll show you real quick. I painted this guy. Whoop. The Carnosaur. I did him in contrast paint, but I did his like throne in normal paint, and then I did like some other parts with normal paint, but I don't remember. But I did like this with contrast. The leather's really good, and I did some other parts and like bone and stuff. But I think I did a lot of his weapon in normal paint. But I mean, contrast paints, when it's like a bunch of little scales like this, it just looks really good because it gets into all little things. So yeah. Whoop. Let's see. Where am I? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm still painting this. Oh yeah, and then the skull one, the skull contrast paint's really good. If you only get like a couple contrast paints, I'd get the where is it? Skeleton Horde, because it legit makes bones look really good. Like, look at these skulls. That's all just like one layer of contrast paint. Hold on. Like, they just look really good. Like, where's another one? Like, this dude's helmet, his head thing is legit just one layer of, like, Skeleton Horde contrast paint. And it looks legit. At least to me it does. I don't know, some people are probably like a master painter and they're like, ugh, you think that's legit. But, I mean, I think it's cool. Hey, hold on, get closer. Whoop. It's a little blurry. Hold on. It's gonna pop. Well, you get the picture. So yeah. Contrast paint is a neat tool to use. I'm using it to lock in a tone for fire effects, seeps in the ridges, creates a harsh clash of color tones. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, you don't have to, like, the thing is, when I heard contrast paints, I was like, oh, okay, so like you can only use contrast paints. But then I learned that you can legit just like mix the paints. Like, you can do a layer of contrast paint and then you can do normal paint over it, or you can use the contrast paints as like a wash and like water them down. Like, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. It's literally just like another tool to use. Okay. Let's get all his face done. This is all with like my minimal knowledge that I've learned over the last like month and a half too. So I mean, there's definitely people out there that know a lot more than I do. But I've kind of been Warhammer obsessed for the last month and a half. So I've learned a lot. Oh yeah, his arm. Let's go more in there. And get a little on his hands. Okay. A little more there. A little more there. And that's pretty good. Oh, wait. Inner arm. Okay, here we go. Nice. Alright, that should be good. For now. Maybe a little underleg. Nice. Okay. Pop off. Yep. So we just gotta do two more of these. Let's do one of those holding a spear, and then one more stab. Okay. Okay. Big thing is you just be creative. You can kind of just do whatever you want. I think that's the other fun part of it. Like, you don't have to follow anything. Like, obviously there's the whole like best practices, but I mean, you can, in the grand scheme of things, you can do whatever you want. It's just art. It's art, man. Be free, man. Weed. Okay. Some of that. Very good. Spicy. I'm also trying to get better at dry brushing because I'm very bad at it still. And I don't know how everyone's like, oh, dry brushing, it's so easy, but like, I don't. I'm just bad at it. I just need more practice. Although I dry brushed one thing really well, and I was like, oh, nice. And then I try another thing, and I'm like, well, that was bad. I can show you in a second as well. Okay. Yeah, I might just not be drying it enough. Hold on. Yeah, that side. There. Gotta shake it again. I'll show you like a thing I dry brushed after this guy. A thing I dry brushed well and a thing I dry brushed not well. For some examples. Okay. Alright. A little bit on his foot. I'm excited to learn how to play the actual game, though. It's gonna be fun. There we go. A little bit there. Let's get his arm. Okay. more spots. His hand. Okay, gotta get his hand. Alright. Nice. Little dab. And good. Very good. Nice. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh wait, did I miss a little bit here? Maybe a little bit here. It's good enough. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So, for dry brushing. Whoop. Oh god. Stuck. His tail's in the other guy. That's not good. Whoop, there we go. Hold on. Man Throthro with the 13 months. Think of the 13 months. Man Throthro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sweet. Think of the 13 months. I feel like dry brushing works on bigger models more than regular sized models. The way I've always done it is when you're ready to test if the brush is ready, try wiping against some paper towel. If it's barely there, and I mean almost not there at all, it's ready. So here, let me show you. So like this salamander dude, I painted normally. So like you can see, well, let me like pop the light up. So you can kind of see, I painted him normally, but I like dry brushed his scales a bit, so you can see it's kind of like a, hold on. I don't know if you can see the dry brushing. So I like did a little bit on his scales. So I was like, alright, it's not bad. And then, this guy, I was like, oh, he's blue. I'm gonna dry brush him orange. But it ended up looking like he got covered in Cheeto dust or something. Instead of looking good. He just looked like he literally jumped in a pool of Cheeto dust. Hold on, is it blurry? Let me, yeah. So. It didn't look as good. He could be a Cheeto skink, but I've just been testing it. So I feel like on that one, I just had too much paint on it, I think. Or maybe it's just a bad color combination. I don't know. Watching Adam Savage is a good resource for learning crafting stuff. Oh yeah. I didn't even think of that. Where am I? Oh yeah, one more ether blue guy. So yeah, I think a lot of it's just practicing. Alright, one more shape. And then... Wait, so what are we at? So it's 4 of those, 4 of those, 4 of those. Oh wait, maybe I am done with these. It's gonna be 4, 4, 3. One's gonna be purple, because that's what he is. So actually, yeah, I'm done with this color. Nice. Never mind. Whoop. Next up, we're gonna be doing Orc Flesh. We got some Orc Skinks coming to town. ASMR shaking. Woo. Epic Adrian with the 29 months. Think of the 29 months. Epic Adrian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like, think of the 29 months. Now, All these last paints were kind of like, ooh, the light blue. This one's gonna like, you're gonna really see this one. This is like the, oh yeah. That's kind of like the other ones I've done. That's some Orc Flesh skink. Wowee. That's popping alright. I kind of like it though. I also like bright green, so that explains why I like it as well. Make sure there's not too much. Okay. A little more. And make sure it doesn't cover his head. Alright. Not bad. What else we got here? Nice. Take a little bit of that. Here.
A turtle made it to the water.
Okay. Sort of looks like Rango enlisted in the lizard army. Got his hand up here.
A turtle made it to the water.
Oh god. Get some off there. No pooling, no pooling. No pooling. Alrighty. Old dad. And get his inner arm. And a little bit more. And then I'm not too worried about it getting on the shield or anything, so I'm probably gonna go over that with normal paint, and it'll go over this contrast paint pretty easily. I got a little extra, so let's go over the scales one more time. Get his foot. And probably his hand again. Tiny more. And the hand. Yeah, I think we're good. I think that's good. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I actually like that a lot. Oh wait, his foot needs a little more. A too soon Boone raid. Thank you, Boone, for the raid. What up, dude? Thank you for the raid. We're painting skinks. Welcome to Warhammer painting. Nothing more relaxing than painting skinks. you're doing well. And leveling well. I think you're in your, are you still like in the 30s for Classic WoW? Do I use any washes? I mainly use washes when I'm not using contrast paint, but I do wash them. Okay. Zardoz with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Zardoz. Sweet. Thank you very much. And Dayed Mick with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Dayed Mick. Sweet. For the Twitch Prime. Alright. Actually, there's a tiny bit that's gonna bother my OCD. Oh, there it is. That's better. Okay. I'm cleaning off the brush like I'm not gonna paint the others the exact same color. Alright. You can go here. Come on. Very nice. Although, I was gonna paint some the Achillean green, but I've already painted this one skink purple, so I feel like I should just paint 3 of them a purple. So maybe I'll do that. I have a really dark purple one. I'll do that. I kind of miss my Warhammer 40k armies. Sometimes don't know if we'll ever go back. Some of these stuff they show is kind of tempting. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of like a fantasy person, but I still think 40k looks cool. If I played fantasy, I feel like I would just play the, is it the demons or whatever, where you can play Sigmar and 40k with them, so I'd probably do that. Once I learn the games. Alright. Slather them up. Here we go. Ooh. It's always my favorite part. It's the initial, like... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a beaut. That's a beaut right there, Johnson. Okay, coming to tell you what. I'd fight for that, Skink Lord. I'd fight for that frog man. Alright.
Thanks.
Very good. They have ogres in Age of Sigmar. They have the Beast Claw Raiders, which are ogres that ride the beasts. So technically they have ogres. Actually, I think they're adding ogres in the new battle tome for the orcs. I'm pretty sure they are. I think I saw some in it. Alright, tiny do. I almost played the Beast Claw Raiders too, but I had to pick Seraphon just because that's what I played back in the day. And by played, I mean attempted to play, because I was in 8th grade. Okay. Nice. How's he looking? That's good. Gotta get his hand. Bit of pooling there, get that out. Yeah, that's the stuff. Alright. Alright, do this. get his hand. It took me forever to figure out how to build the skinks properly, because they give you the arms, and I'm like, okay. And then they're like, and here's the shields, and I'm like, okay. And then they're like, here you go. And I'm like, wait, where are the arms for the shields? And I realized you're supposed to cut off the like little swords they come with if you want shields. Because you can give them like blowpipes and swords, or you can give them shields and spears. And I was like, oh, I have to cut off the swords, so I had to do that. So that was a learning experience. Old models. It's actually kind of funny because the lizardmen models are like still from fantasy. So a lot of them are still built for the square bases. So for example, I can probably find, where is he? The Skink Priest I have. Hold on. Let me just finish his arm up here. Get in there. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Skink Priest I have. Hold on. Here he is. He legit came with a square base. Hold on, is he focusing yet? There you go. He came with a square base, but he also came with a circular base, so they didn't even bother getting rid of the square one. They're like, just glue him on the other ones. But yeah, he still looks cool. I like him a lot. Casting Cats with 25 months. Love the painting streams. Hope you're having a good night. I am. Thank you for the 25 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Thank you for the 25 months. Does Toast paint with you sometimes? Love to see her do it with you sometime like you did with Jessie. She actually likes painting the scenery stuff. So she wants to paint like they got like the realm gates or whatever, so she would paint that if she painted. Cause she likes all the scenery stuff. Get out of here. There we go. Whoop. And let's do this guy. Are these for Warhammer Fantasy? They're for Age of Sigmar, which is what Warhammer Fantasy has become. Alright. Which I didn't even know until, like, I started getting back into it. I mean, I honestly don't care, because I haven't... My liking of, like, Warhammer Fantasy is mainly nostalgia, like, collecting the lizardmen and being like, me like lizardmen. Like, I never actually played the game. So I have no nostalgia for the actual game. So when they were like, it's changed, I was like, oh, whatever, okay. But I know a lot of people got very into it, and actually did play the game and collected stuff. And I know a lot of people missed the, what are they called? The Khemri? Or no, the Tomb Kings. That's what it is. They are, well, they're the Khemri, but... yeah. I know, because I go on the Reddit, and everyone's like, Tomb Kings. And now, especially with the new, like, skeleton men they announced. Which are essentially just, like, skeleton Tomb King guys. They just added a new guy that just looks like a Renekton Croxagore. So I'll probably buy him. Alright.
Thanks.
shake it up again. Yeah, I heard they definitely simplified a lot of the rules, which is probably good for people like me, because I would probably get very confused. I'm not good at learning things, which is why I did bad in school. I've heard it's more like 40k now. Let's see. Alright. Let me get a little one here. Go. Like, they have the circular bases now so that you can, like, surround people and do all that stuff. They do, I'm pretty sure that's like what 40k does. Right? I don't know. Somebody on here will know. I mainly just like fantasy stuff, so I don't care what kind of setting or, like, rules or whatever it is. I mainly just prefer fantasy environments, or like medieval style combat, you know what I mean? Like swords and shields and magic and all that. And arrows and whatever. Okay. It's annoying, like, getting in little spots. Gotta get his arm back here. And his hand. Alright. Very nice. More of a dab. A little bit here, okay. I gotta get inside his arm. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Alright. And a little foot action. There you go. Alright, I think that's good. 40k is an annoying problem with some army lists catering to alpha strike armies. What's that mean? How long until we get Bob Ross style streams with Kren? We're almost getting there. Just use a little plague bear flesh. Abaddon white. Yeah, I can get this out. There we go. Whoop. Alright. Music's Rise of Nations music. Rise of Nations soundtrack. And I need one more green guy, so let's do this guy. Alright. shake. Why the pick and tick? Just curious. I mainly did it to like have different angles and be fancy. I mean, I like it, but I feel like maybe I should move it to the other side, or move the other camera up a bit so that it gets more of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll figure it out. This is a lot better setup than when I started, trust me. Way better. Oh god, there we go. Okay. Get that on the scales. Got his hand. A little bit in there. Okay. Get the leg. Get some other parts of the leg. Alright. Army lists that if your opponent makes a mistake in how they set up their armor before the first turn started, will lose the majority of their army due to min-max weapon choices and line-of-sight exploitation. TLDR. Enemy that can kill you before your first turn is taken, or at least cripple you. Oh. Oh. Well. That sounds interesting. Sounds like something I'd be bad at. Paint this up. Alright. All around there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go his chest. You rarely see that stuff in casual games, though. Oh, that's what I figured. It's always gonna be like the try-hard tournament min-max people doing that. There's always those people in every game. Every game. I gotta get under here. Let's see. That's good enough. Oh wait, here we go. Nice. And then I think that's pretty good. Just gotta do his face. And then his scaly scale stuff. Scaly scales. Okay. Oh, in his hand. Alright. Alright. Nice. Got that. Get some of that, put it on his hand. I got a lot on there. There you go, spread it out. Nice. Alright. Let me get some more. Whew. Let's see. There. There. Alright, nice. That's pretty good. Whoop! Wowie. Alright. So that's another 4 skinks. Coming in. Sligs with the 2 months. Thank you, Sligs, for the 2 months. Sorry I'm 11 minutes late. 1, 2. Slig. Thank you for the 2 months. Okay. And then we will do, let's see. Make that purple, make that and got a stab guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, this. Okay. So let's do Plague Bearer Skinks. I just think Plague Bearer Flesh is like a cool yellow-green. That's the main reason I'm doing it. I'm not actually trying to make zombie skinks. But I mean, see how it looks. Alright, let's see how this looks on these skinks. Go. Wowie. That is a yellow-green. I actually like it. I think it looks good. Alright, other side. Get his hand. Alright. Okay. That. Spread it down. Alright. Get back in there. Guy's pulling up a little bit right here. Get that out of there. One more there. Okay. I think that's pretty good. A little bit up here. Yeah. A little more. Alright. I can always go over it with other stuff later, so it doesn't really matter. It's all experimentation. Alright, one more for the hand. There we go. There we go. Get it in there. Alright. Back here. And I think that's about it for him. Wait, nope, lull in the neck. There we go. Yeah, so he's more just like a yellowish green skink. He doesn't even look like a plague skink or something. Yeah, I like it. I think he fits with all the other colors. So let's keep doing that for 4 more. Alright. But I think my favorite part about painting and building and doing all that is it just kind of zens you out. Which I guess you could do with, like, you know, it doesn't have to be painting Warhammer stuff. You can literally just, like, paint or draw whatever you want. But I like painting these guys because I think they look cool. Will there be purple, blue skinks? I like purple. There will be some purple ones. Those will be the last 3 that I do. I can't wait to base them too, because I think basing's really cool. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that yet, but it'll be fun. We moved on to Age of Empires music. Nice. Okay. Paint up his leg, and his foot, and his other foot. The feet are always the hardest part to get. It's like, okay. There we go. It's not too bad. You gotta get it under his arm. Gotta shake it up again. Oh, let's get some of that. Okay. Let's get his hand. Get his other hand. Alright. The hand's the other annoying part. Okay. Not bad. enough head. Alright. Make sure I got all of it. There's a little bit there. Take that, put that under here instead. Alright, that's better. Get a little chest action. Alright, there we go. Nice. Whoop. So many skinks, so little time. Whew. Alright. Hold on, let me get a little stretch break. I've been sitting for a while. Oh. Woo. Oh, good stretch. Alright. Whew. Slather them up again. Alright. Get it all over there. Oh, a little bit on the shield, that's alright. This guy's not too bad to paint. He's like, his arm's pretty easy to paint, which is nice. Soak up some of that. Okay. Get up in the chest again. His foot. Those calf muscles. Get his other foot. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. And it's got to paint a shield arm. Alright. Get in there. Tiny bit more. Okay. Nice. Get a little bit underneath. Okay. one more of that color. Thoughts on contrast paints? I love contrast paints. I love them a lot. Especially when you're painting things like skinks. And some of them are really good. Like I was saying earlier, how the skeleton ones are really good. The leather one's really good. Like if you're gonna use contrast paint, or if you don't want to use them that much, like the leather and the skeleton ones are probably the best ones. Uh-oh. A little bit pop out. Hold on. Alright. Here we go. Hi, Crendor, you're amazing. Hey, thanks. I think the best way to use them is just by mixing them with the other paints. Not like literally mixing, but like I'm doing this as like the whole like base coat, and then it automatically shades it by just being the contrast paint. I mean, you can probably shade it again if you really want, but... And then going over it after this with like normal paints, like dry brushing and popping them out even more, or like highlighting and doing all that. Or just adding another layer of normal paint in general. Up over here. Whoop. Okay, that looks good. Get his arm. Okay. Gotta get under the shield. Okay. Gotta get this arm.
Thanks.
Okay. And then this our hand, I guess. Alright. Alright. It's getting on the weapon a little bit, but that's alright, because I'll just paint over it later. Happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. Nice. I think he is done. Cool. Okay. Whoop. Alright. We've gotten those done. The skinks continue to grow. Alright, yeah, come on. Woo! Zenzia with the 25 months. Woohoo! Thank you, Zenzia, for the 25 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5. Sweet. Thank you for the 25 months. And now we're just gonna use purple, because this guy I painted normally purple, and so we might as well paint the last 3 skinks purple to kind of match it. How big of a collection do you have of your own painted figures? Everything on this table. So everything you see right here in the little picture-in-picture thing. There's like the Stolodon guy that I'm working on. I've painted. So I mean, a decent amount. I pretty much have one of every lizard man thing. Well, almost. I don't have Lord Croak. I don't have the Skink Star Master Priest guy or whatever he is. Whoever's on the skink on the big throne. I don't have the, like, Engine of the Gods or the Triceratops. But, for the most part, I got, like, everything else. So, yeah. Shake it up. Alright. I always think 40k when I see round bases square for fantasy. Well, it used to be, but then they changed it during Age of Sigmar. Woo! That is purple. Alright. That sure is purple. Doo-doo. Yeah, you're still holding out of date. Don't worry. I honestly didn't know anything until I got back into it, like, 2 months ago. So I'm learning too. Okay. Woo! There we go. Let's make sure this doesn't pool, otherwise it would look very not good. Let's see, a little blap in there. All right. A bit more in here. I can actually show you my old school Warhammer manual. I showed it last stream too, but I might as well show it again. The old, like, 8th edition from back when I first got into it in, like, 2000... What would it be? 2002 or 3? Probably 2003. I just like showing it off, because it's pretty neat. At least I think it's neat. I gotta like, yeah, you. Oh, his hand up top. That's what I gotta get. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, I think that's good for him. Oh, let me, whoop. There. They look pretty much the same, actually. He's a little more, like, bluish purple, but, like, it's pretty much the same. Good enough. Hold on here. Did I get affected by the DDoS attacks? I mean, I didn't get to play WoW yesterday as much. I didn't really play much today. I mean, all I did was, I was like, oh, WoW's down. I'm gonna build my Skinks. So, I mean, I didn't really care. Just ended up playing, or building Warhammer. Can't DDoS plastic. Alright. Hold on, let me, Taco Knot with the 3 months. The never-ending battle with unpainted minis. Thank you, Taco Knot. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Save for the 3 months. Hold on. I gotta put that on a shirt. Hold on, let me get it. Here we go. There's the, what's that? Here we go. Ugh. Let me close the paint so that I don't accidentally clip it with the book and knock it over. That'd be bad. Okay, so here's the 8th edition manual. I got it on eBay for like $5. It is very big. Like, dear God, is it big. I remember reading this on, like, in a car ride on vacation. We were, heading to Wisconsin. And I was like, nice. I can read Warhammer manual. So here's like, hold on. Here's like some old orcs. Hold on here. A good shot of that. Try not to knock over things on table. There's like the square bases and stuff. Here's the old Skaven. Ooh, got your rat ogres, your Skaven dudes. Where are lizard men? Beast men. Here we go. Here's the lizard man. Hold on, let me get a better angle. Whoa, there we go. Crocs and Gore. Got the other guys. Got the Slan Mage Priest. Yeah. So that's what I had. I never really built because I didn't know how, because I was in 8th grade. And here's the, here's some other, like, Lizard Man stuff I had in the book. And the, Salamander literally looks the same, because it probably is the same, except it has a square base in this and a circular base Now, literally the same. They could use some model updates, Games Workshop. Then, let's see. Also, the Saurus Warriors look the same. Wow. What else we got? Saurus Knights got updated a little bit. That's neat. What else? Let's see. The the Saurus got updated a lot. So that's neat. There's the old one. Anybody else in here? There's some other stuff, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Chameleon Skinks, Temple Guard, Crocs, Gores, yada yada. So yeah, that's the old school books that I used to have back in like 8th grade. Oh yeah, that was all metal. That's true too. That's probably why all those things were the way they were. Makes quite a difference. I have not named my lizard men yet, but I probably will. I feel like once I start playing the game and they do some crazy shit, like they roll like 666s, then I'll start naming them. They need battle experience is what they need. D-Mart, 200 bits. Yo, thank you D-Mart for the 200 bits. Alright. Uh-oh. I painted this one guy, but it's like, this is such a dark green. This is, what's this? Dark Angels green. It's such a dark green. I feel like I need to use the contrast medium to like lighten it, because it's really dark. Like it covers in most of the details. Okay. Anyway. I like all the skink colors. Let's do more purple on this guy. Need tank and DPS for Arm Cathedral. Very interesting, Boogar. Okay. Alright. There we go. I think one of my favorite parts about this is like, I was saying earlier how zen it is, but like, you can like throw on some Netflix, you can throw on a stream, you can throw on a YouTube video. You can kind of just do whatever and you can just paint and chill out. It's a really nice way to chill out. Albeit a expensive way. Pending. I feel like the best way to get into it though is like just pick an army that you think looks cool. I think that's the best thing to do. Whether it's 40k or Age of Sigmar fantasy or whatever it is, I feel like don't look at like what's their current tier beta status. Like whatever, just like find something cool and be like, man, I want to build those guys. I want to paint those guys. They look neat. And that alone will motivate you to do it. And before you know it, you'll be buying a bunch more anyway. Woo, like me. Okay. I am using contrast paint, yep. Okay, one more. Whoop. Okay, get under there. Like everywhere else. I think I did. Seeing everything come together is really nice too. It's like all this stuff literally started in a box, either clipped together or pinned together with like resin, or sitting in like its plastic sprues, and then before you know it, you're like, shit, dude, I made an army. So it's pretty neat. I like the process of it. So good. Yeah. I say every time, but the main reason I played Lizardmen in Blood Bowl back when I first played the Blood Bowl Little Skittles like league was because I played Warhammer back in 8th grade and had those books and read everything and just thought the Lizardmen were cool. That was like my main thing. So when Blood Bowl came around and TB was like, oh, it's Warhammer sports, you gotta pick a grace, and I was like, oh, I'll play Lizardmen. So I was like, I know Lizardmen, I love Lizardmen. And that was that. Oh god. Don't get purple on the green guy. Okay. So I'm excited for the Blood Bowl miniatures too, because I can finally paint little Skittles. That'll be nice. That'll be fun. I don't even know when those are coming out. They're just like, they're coming, and I'm like, okay. Probably be like Blizzard. Be like, coming in 2019, and then it's like December 29th, 2019. Alright, I think that's good for this guy. Yeah. Alright. And the final skink. Oh my god. That's the thing, it's like painting the big guys, you're like so focused on like, alright, I gotta get this part of them and this part of them and I gotta do this. Or like painting this guy, you're like, alright, and you're focusing on like different parts of the model. These are just like skink, next, skink, next, skink, next. Alright. Here we go. So let me, Dexor with the 2 bits. Thank you for the 2 bits, Dexor. Let's do this. And here we go. Do-do. Okay. we go. Looking good. And got a little bit back there. Whoop! That's a twist. Okay. So yeah, this year really has been like the year of going back in time. Listening to nostalgic music, getting back into Warhammer, playing classic WoW, Warhammer, Warcraft 3 whenever that happens. Hopefully this year. They don't delay it. It's been fun. Good nostalgia year. Alright. A little more of this. I also got a wet palette for everybody at home that's been like, get a wet palette, get a wet palette, get a wet palette, get a wet palette. That's, right here. For when I use the normal paints, and it really does work. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I have paints in there I put in like 5 days ago.
Thanks.
And then I tried to paint with them again, and it, still let me paint with them. I was like, wow, that shit cray. Can you beat the devil out of the brush? I sure can. I will here in a few seconds. Once I finish him up. There. Okay. Keep twisting. Does make twisting them around and spinning them a lot easier when you got this little handle thing. Yep. Let's get some more for the hand. Here we go. Get a wet palette. I literally said I have a wet palette like 2 seconds ago. There we go. Very nice. Get all the little spots I missed. Under his leg. And right here, hold on, almost got it. Okay. That should Be good. Oh, wait, a little on the foot. A little on the foot. All right. Nice. Whew. That is the Skinks. Now beat the devil out of the brush. Nice. Okay. Woo. All right. Pickle policy with the 16 months. Think of the 16 months. Pickle policy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Sweet. Thank you for the 16 months. If I ever tried a wet palette, you know, I feel like it's a great time to get a wet palette. I should probably invest in one, you know? But, you know, luckily, I probably had... Oh,
Thanks.
Jesus. It's coming up. I probably gotta re-wet it. Oh, God. Alright. Either way. Those are the Skinks. Wow, we painted them. We got the purple. We got the green, lighter yellow green.
Thanks.
We got the Orc Flesh green. We got the camo green. Come on. There we go. We got the Talisar blue. I like that blue a lot. It's a really nice blue. Come on. Come on. Let me hand focus it. There it goes. And the Aether blue. Whoop. Come on. Come on. Oh! There he goes. And yeah. Here's my camo skink. Well, one of the chameleon skinks. I painted him with the, like, camo green. He's pretty neat. There he is. So yeah. Robo Crab with the 33 months. Thank you for the 33 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Swag. Thank you for the 33 months. And Comrade with the 43-month tier 3. Yo, what up, Comrade? I saw you the other day, but I haven't seen you around. But welcome back. I need more wine. That's what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Swag. And have some snaps for that spicy tier 3 sub. Have a paint shake for that tier 3 sub. Oh, yeah. So yeah, those are my skinks. I still have to paint the shields and the spears, and then do like the little details and stuff, but the base coats are done. And technically the shading, because it's contrast, but I think they look good. They look cool. I like that they're a variety of colors, and I can mix and match. I can do whatever. Ooh. So, yeah. If anybody is new here, here's a look at my other stuff I was showing off earlier. Here's the Skink Priest. He's one of my favorites I've done so far. Oh. And then Here's the Bastiladon I'm working on right now. I just started painting him the other day, so he's still work in progress, but he's coming along. I've got all the Saurus Knights I'm trying to paint. I painted all their Saurus, but not the Knights. Except for this guy, I've painted him. He looks alright. Painted the Salamander I showed off before. He was normal paint, not contrast. Here's my Eternal Warden or whatever. Is that what he is? I like him. It's pretty neat. And I'm working on the Astrolith Bearer. I did most of the skulls on him, and then I painted him. So he's pretty much just normal paint and then skull paint. And what else have I done? Skinks, obviously, chameleon skinks. And then the big boy, which is the my big ass Carnosaur guy. Heyo. Ooh. So yeah, he's the only one I've like pretty much finished. There's probably some more stuff I can do, but yeah. Ooh. What? All right. So yeah. Oop, doop, doop. Oh god. So yeah, that's been pretty fun. Keeping me busy. And then I got my normal Saurus Warrior. This is probably my favorite Saurus Warrior I painted. All the Saurus Warriors I've done is with normal paint. I didn't use any contrast on these. So I got like him. He's got his drum. I spent so long painting this drum. Longer than someone should. That's that. It's my like normal guy. I'm still painting him. He's only base coated. Here's this is a guy painted with Jesse on stream. He's got like a blood spike or a spike mallet club. Club's the word I'm looking for. Come on. There he is. So it's kind of neat. So yeah. And then all the skinks down here. D-Mart with the 4-month tier 2. Thank you, D-Mart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swag. And have some snaps. For the tier 2 D-Mart. I'll give you a paint shake. I think you have a talent. They all look great. Hey, thanks, dude. Not all of them are contrast. The Saurus Warriors aren't. And then the others are like a contrast mix. Like, for example, and then this guy's all normal paint too. But this guy, this is all contrast. And then his throne is not contrast. And then I think parts of him aren't contrast and his weapon is in contrast. And then the blood is in contrast. But I think some of these, I don't know. So it's kind of like I mixed and matched, which is nice. I like being able to use both, honestly. For being new, these look awesome. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I literally just started 2 months ago. If that. It may be only like a month and a half ago. But I've really enjoyed getting back into it. It's been really fun. I've been educating myself on 40k over the weekend, but I gotta say I'm learning about different Greek wines as my current studies. Those both sound great. Learning about 40k and Greek wine. So yeah, that's probably gonna be it for me today. I just wanted to finish up painting the skinks, and I did. Is the bongo drum for relaying commands? I think it makes them go faster, from what I've read. I think. There's also like the Saurus Knight drum guy, and he's like the dun dun dun, like banging on the drum. You can kind of see it. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. I paint Warhammer usually like once or twice a week. I do my Warhammer and chill streams, and then I put them onto YouTube if you missed them. Otherwise, I stream classic